It's snack time. I'm your host, Marno. Joining me on the playground today is my friend, Erin, who is bringing a new concept to snack time, and I'm so excited about it. She wanted to be on the pod and brought her own idea of the genre and kind of top 3 list of favorite road trip snacks. So we're each bringing our 3 go-tos and diving into our favorite road trip munchies, sips. I'm super excited about this. Hi, Erin. Welcome to Snack Time.
Hi, Marno. Thank you. I'm so excited to be here, and I'm excited about this topic, and I'm excited to just chat with you about snacks for an hour.
I'm so excited. First things first, when it comes to snacks, are you usually a salty or sweet snacker? And of course, you can like both, but what is your go-to?
Honestly, I'm more of a sweet snack person. Like, salty's good for the occasion, but I think probably more than the average person, I can go for a sweet treat at all times. And I'm to the point where I need a sweet snack after pretty much every meal. So,
ooh, you're a big dessert gal.
I'm a big dessert. Like, as soon as dinner's over, like, where's the dessert?
Do you usually plan out what your dessert is going to be after a specific dinner, or do you just kind of free ball it?
It's usually just free ball. I mean, obviously limited by what's in the house. So
right.
It's typically going to be just ice cream because that's in it for the long haul.
Mm-hmm.
But if I have something, like if I've just made brownies or something, I'll definitely be, mentally preparing and thinking about it all day.
Right. Oh my gosh, love it. For road trips.
Yes.
I mean, where do you usually go on road trips? Because I feel like that really changes like my choice in road trip snacks.
Yes. Yeah. I feel like that is for sure a big thing because the weather, the destination, the length of the drive. I mean, we've been on a few road trips together.
That's another reason why I thought this was such a good concept for your episode is because we have been to multiple places together.
Yes, multiple places, road trips, and then long travel. We had Europe together.
Yeah.
Which is that's a whole other episode of snacks.
That's an airplane trip, not even a road trip. That's an air trip, road trip. Water trip. We went on a boat.
That's true. There was a boat ride involved. So that's very true. But I'm thinking, so that's what I was thinking when I thought of road trip snacks, because I'm thinking like quintessential, maybe 5-hour drive.
Mm-hmm.
You stop once at the beginning, you want to get your gas, and all there is like a Circle K.
Yeah.
Obviously, if you want to get fancy, you can say I would stop beforehand. I would make something beforehand, but we're thinking like, Circle K 5-hour road trip, I think.
That's the best quintessential road trip situation.
Yes, which I was going to say we've done a few times back and forth to Vegas together.
Vegas is different than I'd say Big Bear, which we've been to Big Bear together, but we usually go on different trips. His listeners, a little backstory. Erin is my friend Kate's sister, and so Erin and I have become friends through Kate.
Yes.
So we're not always in the same like friend group that goes on trips together, but we often are because we all kind of overlap.
Yeah, we all come together, but I feel like typically, like for Big Bear, it would be you and Kate, and then me and my friends, and then we meet there. So this might be telling that we might not actually have that much insight into each other's road trip snacks if we're more meet at destination people.
But with Vegas, I feel like it really is like you're just getting snacks for the road trip.
Yes.
Because like in Vegas, there's like always food at your parents' house.
Yeah.
But in Big Bear, at least for when I go with Kate and everyone else, we usually do like a grocery store run because we're actually also bringing food to Big Bear.
That's true. Yeah, I guess it depends where you're going, because I guess if your final destination is a hotel, you might want to get some serious snacks on the way. Or if wherever you're going, you don't have a lot of food waiting for you.
Yeah.
That could all make a difference.
But for this quintessential situation,
yes,
I would love you to go first. What are your go-to top 3 like Circle K, 7-Eleven, gas station snacks?
Okay, have them ready. I'm been really thinking about this since we've set up this podcast, so I'll have to really try to not sound overly passionate about my snacks.
No, please bring all the passion. I want passion to explode from this fucking episode. I'm so ready for
perfect.
it. I'm sipping on, I have like a little boba tea drink that I'm drinking, and I'm ready to sip the tea.
Okay, perfect. So I think I'll lay them out, and then I'll kind of walk you through the thought of each one. So the 3 quintessentials for me are Chex Mix original, just plain original. Trolley eggs, which Trolley is the brand that does like sour worms. And that kind of stuff.
So I know Miss Trolley very well.
So I guess I'll dive into those more after, but Trolley eggs, and then of course you have to wash it down with a drink. So the third is going to be the light blue Gatorade. I guess I should have found out the actual flavor name, but it's absolutely essential that it has, I guess for lack of a better term, like the nipple top. Because that's just like something you don't always get in a Gatorade. And so if I'm going to have to be sitting in a car for a while, especially if you're the driver, it's got to be that.
I was going to say, if you're the driver, that comes in clutch because you don't have to like fumble with a cap. You don't have to worry about it spilling.
Exactly. So like if you're the driver, maybe you're really tired, or like sometimes, what if you open your drink and the lid falls?
Oh, that's
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And like that could be messed. If there's not enough cup holders, the nipple cap I feel like is pretty safe. So I'm already getting ahead of myself.
I mean, such good reasons for these specific bottle. I mean, it's important, especially on a road trip, because you're in a car, things are moving. You don't have as many places to put the cup or bottle or whatever.
Exactly. And I feel like, you like, it's a road trip. You want to treat yourself like, like go for the nipple top, like go for something that's a little different. And you run the risk if you get a normal Gatorade, it could be those big bottles. And like, that just runs a lot of risk for having excessive bathroom breaks.
Oh yeah. And the big bottles the ones that are wide have the largest mouth hole on them.
Yes.
And if you, God, spillage.
Yeah. Even if you're not driving, that's a risk.
Yeah. And I looked it up, and it's called Frost Glacier Freeze.
Yes. Okay. Maybe we can post on the Instagram like a nice shot of all of this if we're.
I'm gonna have to do some collaging for this episode.
Yes. Okay. So the other 2 were the plain Chex Mix and the Trolley eggs. So the Chex Mix, I feel like it's just a solid base with still giving you variety. You can reach in and be surprised every time.
So true.
So it's almost kind of like 4 snacks in one, if you think about it. And I feel like it's because like it sucks if you go and you get something and then 20 minutes later you're like, either A, I'm sick of this, or B, I'm still hungry. And I feel like Chex Mix is filling, but it also is like exciting.
Yeah.
And I know everyone can relate on a road trip if someone has a bag of Chex Mix and someone's like, can I have a handful? But like, I don't want any pretzels, or like, I don't want any of the dark Chex, like maybe it's a conversation starter. And the other thing I was thinking about why I would want it to be original is if you're going for something like either super cheesy or super spicy, that just means probably your like bite to drink ratio is double. Which means the bathroom ratio is doubled. See, these are things, and nobody wants to be the person on the road trip that has to be like, I have to go to the bathroom again,
Yes. Okay.
That is nice and plain for that reason.
I mean, I love not only is it like bringing a variety and like, yes, it's a shareable snack and everyone has their preferences, but the fact that you're bringing conversation starters to the road trip, like so thought out, because when you're on a road trip.
I told you.
You really prepared for this, and I respect it so much.
No, yeah, I mean, there's just so much to go with Chex Mix, and then the trolley eggs. Okay, I have two solid reasons for these, which ties to my the first question you asked me: am I a sweet or salty person?
Oh, yeah.
And it's sweet. So I feel like if I'm on a road trip, I need something sweet to snack on. But here's the thing: if you're going on a hot road trip, you don't want to get into the chocolate territory.
Mm-hmm.
You just don't. Like, nobody wants to be caught in the middle of the drive between California and Las Vegas with like M&M
in like 100-degree weather.
Yes. And you're just like licking your hand or like hoping there's one of those napkins shoved deep in the back of the seat or something. So I feel like chocolate, as much as I love it, can be risky. Or if you leave, you're like, I'm gonna save my M&Ms for a few hours into the trip, and then you get them out, and it's just like a mush, a tie-dye mush at the bottom. So I felt like I had to go away from chocolate, and I love sour candy. But I feel like anyone that loves the sweet or sour candy will relate that it can really take a toll on your mouth if you.
Oh my god, the mouth sores from sour candy.
Yes. They're ridiculous. They're ridiculous. So, because I know if you pick sour Skittles and you're just going at those,
sour Skittles go so hard on the sour.
They go way too hard on the sour, which like I love it, but after you're at the bottom of the bag, you're regretting it, which is not what you want if you're stuck in a car. Which I guess I forgot to realize. I don't know if a lot of people will know what trolley eggs are, because it's not probably Trolley's like number one product.
Yeah,
but it's pretty much what it sounds like is a sour candy shaped like an egg. So it kind of has a crunch when you bite it, but then goes to a soft texture. So it's a little sour, but it's not overwhelming in my opinion.
Yeah, it's not like coated in malic acid crystals.
Yes,
or whatever.
And they have the same 3 flavors in every bag that the sour worms have. So there's always more fun to be had with that too.
Those eggs are so good, and I forget about them.
Yes, you gotta look for them sometimes. They're not always like on the first display.
Yeah, because it's like sour candies. It's always like the go-tos that they always have are the worms. I feel like, are Peachios sour? I always see Peachios, and I freaking don't like them.
Yes, and Sour Patch.
Oh yeah, Sour Patch Kids and Sour Patch Watermelon.
Yes.
Okay, weird thing about Sour Patch Watermelon with me, I usually hate fake watermelon flavored things. I just think it tastes disgusting. But Sour Patch Watermelon, fuck me.
Those are good. Those are really good. Yeah, that is a good sour candy. But I still would go for that.
But yeah, on a road trip, your mouth is going to hurt. And
exactly.
I feel like as a young pup back in the day, maybe I would have went too hard on a sour candy and I would have been fine. But this 27-year-old body already can't take too much sugar in the first place. So if my stomach is hurting and my mouth is like open wound, then it's not a good time. And if it's on the way to Vegas, especially, like, I'm gonna drink and then it's just gonna burn.
Yeah, you don't want to show up to Vegas with your tummy already unsettled and your mouth destroyed.
Recipe for disaster.
Yeah, that's just like starting out on a bad note. So I guess those would be my 3.
I love the reasonings. And also another thing about I keep going back to the Chex Mix because I think it just says a lot about not only the snack and like its like applicability to being an essential road trip snack, but it also speaks so much to you. And I think how I view your family.
What do you mean?
Like, you guys are so like giving and welcoming. And so the fact that in your reasoning for Chex Mix is like, oh, like it's a good shareable snack. Like there's a favorite for everyone. That is like such a Hocking family like way to think about things, I think.
Thank you. Are you a snacks sharer, or are you one that would be annoyed if I like got in the car like, oh, what'd you get? You know, get me some handfuls of that.
Okay, so here's the thing. I need to know going in that it's going to be shared, because
Yes,
I will, if
that
I know I'm
changes
going to
it.
share it, I will buy a bigger bag.
Mhm.
I will like make sure that there's enough for me, and I'm not going to be like, oh, I wish I had one more chip, but I gave it away.
Yeah.
So I think it's all in the like preparation, which hopefully if you're on a road trip, you're on a road trip with like good friends, and so like maybe you're talking over like, I'm gonna get these, like you can have a few, or like let's split this kind of thing, and then I'm not upset. But if I like if everyone's like, this is my snack, and then
we get in there,
we get in the car, and then people are like, oh, actually, can I have some of those? I'm like, fuck no, because you said you didn't want these.
Yes, agreed 100%. I kind of feel like one little handful's courtesy.
Oh yeah, I mean,
especially if it's like, have you tried?
Yeah, totally. A little handful is fine, but if like, not though if I'm getting like a snack sized bag, you know, if there's like 10 chips in the bag, I'm like, sorry, these 10 chips are for me. But if I get like a bigger bag, a family size.
Yeah, a family size, but it should be established beforehand, because that's honestly ideal, because, you know, so we're kind of going off this topic of you can have 3 road trip snacks, but if we put our heads together before, that automatically puts us at 6 road trip snacks.
Yes.
Which is better for everyone. And you, like, even if you got something more risky, like a sour Skittle, you would only have a little bit for everyone. So it wouldn't be as risky as a choice.
100%. And another thing too is I do like to share if there's enough.
Yes.
And so, and I'm a pretty casual snacker. Like I rarely am craving a snack. So I'm like, oh, like if someone would want to share this and I'm between like 2 flavors, I'm going to pick the one that they would also want, so then we can share it.
Yes, that's fair.
You know what I mean? Stay up to date with new Snacktime episodes, merch, and more on Instagram at SnackTimePod. That's SnackTimepod. See you there. I feel like my taste changes, but I always have a salty snack, a sweet snack, and a drink.
Yes.
Yeah,
let's hear yours. Yeah, I want to hear it.
But okay, so the first thing I thought of, because this is usually my go-to flavor, but it's pretty divisive, and so if I'm planning on sharing, I like will automatically rule this snack out because I know not everyone would like it. And it's salt and vinegar chips.
Ooh, I had a feeling you were going to say that, but I'm so for that. So I support that decision.
I love salt and vinegar chips. Like literally thinking about it makes my mouth salivate, because I just love vinegar and I love sour things.
Yeah.
And
what brand?
I mean, number 1 brand is like Kettle chips, because they're so crunchy and like so good. But a classic Lay's salt and vinegar chip is good too.
Yeah. Which, depending on the gas station, you might be, you know, limited to Lay's if you're really out there.
But with salt and vinegar, I don't think I've ever had a salt and vinegar snack in general that I didn't like. Like there's even salt and vinegar almonds.
Almonds?
Like,
really?
Yes. They're so good. So salt and vinegar chips, I would say, is like my go-to. Like, because it's also really good on a road trip, because the sourness, I feel like, keeps me alert.
That's the most Michelle thing I've ever.
Okay,
that's Michelle like getting high on the sourness. Just be like, whoa, this is a rush.
Oh my God. Okay, but here's the thing. In road trips, if I get comfy, cozy, I will fall asleep. And if we're going to Vegas or even going to Big Bear, and like you get there and you need to like do things, like, you know, you're not just like driving home at the end of a day to go sleep in your bed. It's like you're gonna set things up. You're gonna like you're gonna have to carry your suitcase or whatever, like get settled in. So, and I feel like this, like, the sourness again, it like makes me like, sour things make my like mouth smile kind of, and then I feel like it's like a psychological thing where I'm like, we're partying, like listening to fun music. It's like a fun zippy snack.
Okay, it's kind of like how something spicy wouldn't want to make you fall asleep. Okay, yes,
but
I see what you're saying.
Although I do love spicy things like hot Cheetos, yum, but on a road trip, hot Cheetos are a no, because like you said earlier, with like having to drink water or drink anything, then you're gonna have to pee, and then it's so messy on your fingers, and it's like, what do? Suck your fingers in the car, and then like hopefully have like a wet wipe, so you're not just like, it's gross.
That's bad etiquette, I think, on a road trip, just like sucking your fingers and using all the napkins in the car and having to stop to pee because you have to wash down all your flaming hot Cheetos.
Yeah, see, so like not good on that.
Yes, agreed.
But yeah, so the first thing I thought it was salt and vinegar chips. Then I was like, okay, well, I have to have my sweet. And I was thinking about a sour candy, but as we discussed earlier, sour candies, I can only have so much before it like hurts my mouth. Of course, I completely forgot about trolley eggs because I think I've bought them once in my life.
You have to get them into your food pyramid.
The base of my food pyramid is all just like trolley snacks.
Yes, I think that's
my food pyramid sponsored by Trolley.
Yes, I think mine would be for sure.
Okay, well, I'm sorry, Trolley, you're being left out today in my options. Actually, what is the brand? Oh yeah, it's Haribo. Which, like, in terms of fruit flavored snacks, I'd say, okay, maybe the top 3 fruit flavored snack brands are Trolley, Haribo, and Sour Patch.
Yes, I agree with that.
Like in terms of like gummy things.
Yeah, like Airhead, no, not doing it for me. I don't even. Yeah, I agree with you wholeheartedly.
No. Thank you. So I'm glad we see eye to eye on that.
We do, and we take this seriously. I think we're experts on this.
Yeah. So I chose Haribo cherries.
Oh.
They're so fucking good. They're so chewy. And honestly, so they're great, like, room temp from the gas station. But if I bring them home, which usually at the end of a road trip, I don't finish a whole thing of these. Yeah. I'll usually put them in the freezer. Ooh. And then when they're frozen, they're like still a little bit soft, but you kind of have to like gnaw on them. Yeah. And I weirdly love that.
Yeah. Oh, that's a good one.
Those are so good. And I don't know if they actually are different flavors, like the little green stem part or the cherry part, but for some reason in my mind, they're different flavors. Yeah. So I either eat the stem first or I eat the little cherries first.
Yeah, naturally. Naturally. Are those available at like most gas stations?
Usually.
Okay. I feel like I haven't seen them, but again, the sour candy aisle is overwhelming.
Yeah. Sometimes they don't have Haribo, but they'll have like an off-brand or like random local brand. You know how sometimes gas stations will have like paper pack, like it's like the glassine packages, but with like a paper like secured stapled thing on top.
Absolutely, yes. I know exactly what you're talking about.
Because it's like all the bulk candies that they can buy or whatever. And I feel like those cherry ones are always part of that.
Yes. Okay, good to know.
Yeah. So those are really good. And then my third thing is a drink. And this is where it really changes on the destination. So I'd say my go-to is sweet tea because like if I have a soda, like I have to be in the mood for a soda and it like might make me have like a weird stomach thing because of like how much sugar is in it. It's like this whole thing.
Yes. No, I understand.
I wouldn't want just like a plain water.
No.
Also, like usually I have a reusable water bottle, so I feel like that's like unofficially entered into the equation because I'm not like buying it from the Circle K.
Agreed.
But a sweet tea, it's like a little tiny bit sweet. Like my favorite is like when it's a hint of sweet. So it's not too sweet, but it has a tiny bit of caffeine, but it goes well with salt and vinegar chips and the cherry gummy snacks. It's not too sweet to like,
make it taste weird or something.
Yeah. Because, yeah, what you drink sometimes affects the taste of what you're eating too.
That's very true. Yeah. That's 100. Do you get like the Arizona ones typically?
I feel like I try to get one that has a like screw cap on top.
Yes.
And so Arizona's kind of tricky because I feel like, yes, they sometimes do have the screw cap, but it's more likely to be a can.
For sure.
Which is a little bit trickier in a car situation. It can't close.
Yeah.
But I'm really not picky, but I feel like I usually see Pure Leaf.
Yeah. Okay. Now that you say, because when you first said that, I couldn't picture what brand it would be, but now that you say that, definitely.
Like Pure Leaf is everywhere. I feel like they're probably distributed by Coca-Cola or something because they are literally everywhere.
Oh, okay.
Or, like they partner with something.
Yes. Good to know.
But if it's really late and we're driving and I need to be like alert when I get to the destination, like we're gonna go out in Vegas or something, then I will get one of those insane giant Starbucks like double shot espresso canned coffee things.
Yes, I know and exactly what you're talking about.
It. I'll usually have like 1/3 of it during the actual car ride, and then I'm like, oh shit, there's the Vegas Strip, gotta chug. So I chug the rest, and then I get to the house, and then I have to pee my pants.
Yeah, that's the thing. You don't want to overcommit with the liquids early. Yeah, it's bad news.
But then it's like the caffeine has to be in my system because then I need to be awake when we get there.
Yes, yeah. You don't want to really waste the caffeine on the drive. Like you want it to be hitting at the right moment. Yes, that's a good point. Because I mean, nighttime road trips are different than daytime road trips, and it's different if you're just getting there and going to bed or getting there and going out.
Like if we're talking like TBT to when I had a job, but like end of the work week, Friday night to Vegas.
Yes.
I like had a full work week and full day at work, and then we're gonna go out that night. It's like, ooh, baby, I better be setting my body up for success.
Yeah, for sure. This is controversial, I guess, but I'll only do this typically if I'm driving by myself, but I will get a Red Bull. Oh, it's so bad.
I mean, like sometimes it's necessary, especially by yourself. Road trips by yourself is scarier because you really need to like keep yourself alert.
Yes, and there's no conversation or anything to get you excited. And I've done this like recently where after work on a Friday, especially in winter when it's already dark, I'm going to drive like 3 or 4 hours by myself. So I'm like, it's just me and this. But if I am going to get a Red Bull, it's like the blueberry flavored low sugar one. It's not just like a full on Red Bull, which I think makes it a little better, but I don't know.
But I honestly, like, I don't think I've ever had the flavors of Red Bull. So I don't even know what that would taste like. I think I've only had like regular and usually like mixed with vodka.
I think that's another reason I'm hesitant to get them, because like as soon as I open them, it's like the smell is like so associated with a vodka Red Bull and bad decisions that I don't even want to drink it, even though So,
but I'd rather have a Red Bull than like a Monster or like one of those insane ones.
Definitely. Yeah, a Monster or a Rockstar, I could not do. And I mean, I drink coffee, but if it's like a nighttime thing, I don't want like a hot coffee necessarily.
Yeah, I rarely would get a hot coffee unless it's like going to Big Bear in winter and it's like part of the vibe. Yeah, I'll usually get like a dirty cocoa chai though, like a chai latte that has a shot of espresso in it.
Yes, so good. Yeah, that. I mean, yeah, we didn't. Were you gonna change your drink if it was like a winter?
Yeah, so I feel like if it was winter, then I would probably get a hot drink.
Ooh, yeah. That's a game changer. From the gas station?
Oh, no. See, this would have had to be like an additional stop to Starbucks.
where available, I'll substitute.
Yeah. I mean, I guess if I'm down for just like a basic coffee, like there have been like,
Yeah.
I mean, I could definitely count on like my hand the amount of times, like not often at all, but like if I'm at a gas station and I need coffee, then I will get one.
Yes.
But especially these days, I'm not really a big coffee drinker anyway. So
Yeah.
like if I felt like I needed caffeine, I'd probably just get like one of those canned Starbucks things
Yes,
and just like down it.
Yeah. No, that seems like the best alternative.
When it comes to snacking, are you salty or sweet? Pick a side and show your pride with Snacktime merch. We've got stickers, we've got mugs, we've even got bucket hats. All available at Shop Marno on Etsy. That's ShopMarno on Etsy. Now, back to snack time.
Oh, I did want to ask you, do you have anything? This is another scenario question.
Oh, I love it.
So if you're the driver and I get into your car, like, is there anything that would just annoy you or gross you out if I was eating it? Like, what are you hoping your passenger is not eating as a road trip snack?
Like fucking chicken wings or something. Because you can get those at 7-Eleven. Like, I'm thinking like every possible thing you can get at 7-Eleven or Circle K. It's like, it better not be some messy ass.
Messy, yeah.
Like, and if it is messy, then you better be bringing your own wet wipes and napkins.
You need to have been prepared for it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or something like, what's something that's really crummy? Like if
Nature
you got a
Valley.
muffin. Oh my God. Fucking Nature Valley.
Like you just come in and no hand under the bar.
Just
and talking. And like maybe adjusting the volume so it's like going all over the center console.
That's the thing too. It's not only even just like when you bite it that it's messy. It's like all the crumbs inside the wrapper get trapped, and so they're just flying.
Yes. Like you go over one bump and like geyser.
Just oats everywhere.
Everywhere oats. Yeah.
Okay, that's even worse. I was like, muffin? Like, because muffins are crumbly, but bitch, you brought it with the Nature Valley bars.
Yeah.
What's it called? Like oats and honey or whatever the
yes.
fuck. Okay, they're really good. I will say. I've had quite a few in my life because they're my dad's like favorites. We always buy the giant ass Costco box.
I know exactly what you're talking about.
Like the box is too big.
It's
like
way
so
too big. Yeah.
Like I'm not selling it at my own convenience store.
Right.
I'm putting it in my pantry. I don't need 50.
But that's just Costco for you.
I know.
Ridiculous.
Anyway, these freaking Nature Valley oats and honey bars, they're super tasty, but like you need to have a whole like napkin set up underneath you to catch all those crumbs. You need to for sure have like a little designated trash bag to put it into, because I do not want that crumpled up in a napkin and then like in the car door, and then like months later I'm like cleaning my car, I'm like, what the fuck is this? And it like opens up and
explosion all over again. Yes. That's so also, just a side note about people on road trips just sticking the trash so far into the car door and hoping it never sees the light of day again.
Oh my God. Okay. This isn't even a road trip, but there was one time, I will not say names, but there was one time I drove everyone to Los Angeles, probably West Hollywood at night one night, and someone left. Of course, people are fucking pre-gaming in the car.
Yeah.
We're pre-gaming before we leave, and then they're like, I'm just gonna finish it in the car. I'm like, okay. And then someone left their fucking like red Solo cup crumpled in the side, crumpled in my car door in the back seat, and I don't ever go in the back seat. So this was like so much later. I think I was because I think this was when I was teaching. So I like probably put something in my back seat. And I saw it, and I was like, what the fuck? And I couldn't, like, throw it away at work.
True, just coming out of your car at lunch with a crumpled red Solo cup. It could be a weird look.
So then I was like, okay, gotta remember to take that out when I get home tonight. But, like, I was like, who the fuck left this?
Like just throw it away. And that I guess is
rude.
even worse because if you had, I mean, I guess if you had alcohol in there, it could be in trouble.
Right? I could like literally get arrested.
Yeah, and you're like, I swear I didn't know. I was just being the responsible DD.
Yeah.
Oh man. Yeah, that's me.
But yeah, like road trip rules, I feel like.
Yeah.
Like the snack that you get really, I mean, if you're a considerate person, the snack that you get depends on like who you're with.
Yes.
Which like bringing it back to your freaking perfection of a snack choice, Chex Mix, like someone might want the little, wait, does Chex Mix have the little breads? Yeah,
the little
brown breads,
the dark
right?
brown ones, yeah.
They have the breads. They have 2 types of Chex.
Yes.
And then what else? A little like
pretzels. But a lot of them have
those little breadsticks with like the bumpy little thingy?
Yes. Mm-hmm. And pretzels in 2 shapes usually because they have the circle and like tic-tac-toe thing.
Okay, with the circles, here's a question for you. Which, like, I should be the one asking questions, but for the past few episodes, I've been like, people have been asking me. I'm like, I'm here to answer.
Yeah, they're good.
With the circle pretzels, do you stick your tongue through it when you're eating it?
I feel like you have to.
Right?
Yeah. I don't know if I would know how to eat it without doing that. I feel like it's a given.
Like you put it in your mouth, you kind of like lick the salt through the bowl, and then you crunch it. And
yes, definitely. Yeah. That's how it has to be done, I think.
Yeah.
Yes. 100%.
I'm a mouthfeel person, so yeah, like, but not that I don't like certain mouthfeels, except for like maybe octopus, I'd say, because it's just like so chewy. I'm like, come on, like I can't chew this.
Yes, but that's like fair.
Yeah, but different feelings of food is like so exciting. So it's like, ooh, like this is gonna be like that. Which again, so now I'm thinking Chex Mix is like the ultimate snack because as you're eating it, like you have so many different like feelings in your mouth.
Right. It's a different experience every bite. Mm-hmm. And if you mix and match bites, I mean, a bread stick with a Chex or a pretzel with a, you know, a mix and match.
I mean, yeah, because I'm usually probably eating like 2 pieces at once at least.
Definitely. You know? I feel like those are small enough where you would definitely do more than one.
Mm-hmm. And especially on a road trip where you're like most likely more mindlessly eating because you're talking, you're listening to music, you're looking out the window, you're checking your phone. So you're just kind of like hand to mouth, like yum, yum, yum. Yes, instead of like at home, you might be like paying more attention, you know?
Yes, that's very true. Yeah, an elite snack for sure.
Now I'm thinking like my options need to have more variety. Like the trolley eggs also have a little bit of variety, right? Isn't there because different colors?
Yes, that's true. I guess you only had one flavor in your sour or candy choice. But yeah, I think there's 3 different flavors in there, which is nice.
Okay, if I was feeling really sour, I would trade out cherry gummies for Sour Patch Kids.
Yeah.
I think.
So original or watermelon?
Original, so there's variety.
Oh, because you want the variety.
You know, if I like, because now I'm thinking I need variety.
You feel limited. I mean, I feel validated that we both picked like a hydrating drink that's not water but not soda, and then like a savory chip, and then a candy. Like I feel like that just solidifies that that's the way to go.
I mean, because you have to have that balance, and especially if you're thinking you're gonna be like munching on these snacks for the entire road trip, it's like, yes, I can't have too salty, I can't have too sweet, because I want to like go back and forth. Because once you have a lot of salty, then you're like, ooh, now I want something sweet. Then you have sweet. Now I want something salty.
And then wash it down with something neutral.
Yep. Yes. And sweet tea, if you get like a sweet tea that's not super sweet, and Gatorade, I feel like aren't super sugary tasting. Like Gatorade,
we're just gonna like coat your mouth.
Yeah, you're not gonna feel sticky and like gross.
Yeah, that's very true. Yeah. Road trips are not the time to go for something like super bold or super
Yeah.
super anything, I guess, because it's got to last throughout the road trip.
Yeah, especially if you're like trying to limit how many you bring.
Yeah, because if you're just gonna go for it and get like 10 different things at the gas station, then you're fine.
Yeah.
But yeah, if you're with a group and you're in a hurry, I feel like 3, I guess, because for the salty, the sweet, and the beverage, 3 seems like the ideal number.
Yeah, it's perfect. It makes sense.
It makes a lot of sense, I think.
And it's, if you get more than that, then it's like you might overeat and then you're going to get to your destination and be shitty. Literally. Like,
Literally.
oh, something I have learned my lesson with, like on a road trip with your sister multiple times. For some reason, like so many times we've gone on trips or road trips and we're like, we both want Pringles. But the oil used in Pringles is bad. Like, I have learned my lesson multiple times that, like, I can't have too many Pringles or else I will have a problem.
And that is
that's
bad
not what
news.
you want on a road trip.
Not at all. But I mean, do you get the full tube?
So that's the thing. That's what I usually would get because it's better. It's like more bang for your buck. So if I get Pringles, because I mean, let's be honest, like Pringles are so good. So a lot of times will get Pringles for a road trip snack.
Yes.
But I will make sure I do not eat the whole thing, or I just get a smaller one. So it like really limits how much I have.
Yeah. And they're resealable, which is also, I feel like, nice. Yeah.
So it is really good on a road trip because if you're like me and I know that it's going to like mess up my stomach and I try to only eat a little bit of it, then I'll have a snack at my destination.
True.
In a nice, like resealable, sturdy container.
Yes, that's very true.
The sturdy container of Pringles is truly a game changer in like snack containers.
That's true because I feel like if you have just like chips, you kind of want to finish it.
Because the bag might get crushed.
It'll get crushed. Yeah, that's true. I guess the Pringles tube like protects the shape of them, which is nice.
It is.
But I guess the oil,
I have to limit myself,
if it causes you problems, it's probably not worth it.
I mean, it's like, I just have to be more mindful, which, like I said earlier, sometimes when you're on a road trip, you are not being mindful. You are mindlessly eating.
That's very true.
Yeah.
If you're excited to get where you're going and you're with your friends, you're not thinking about the number of Pringles at all.
Totally. Oh my gosh. Well, I feel like we have discussed road trip snacks so much that like everyone's gonna be like really having to narrow down their opinions while they're listening.
Yes.
And like I cannot wait because after almost every episode, at least one person has texted me and been like, oh my god, this part, like I wanted to say something. This is the episode I think everyone is going to want to say something. So please tweet at me at marnofosho. Comment on the post on Instagram, Snacktime Pod, or like, I don't know, tell me somehow via text or whatever, like send a fucking carrier pigeon to tell me your 3 road trip snacks because I need to know. Like, this is such a good fucking idea. Erin, thank you so much for bringing this to Snack Time. Like, thank you so much for coming on today.
Thank you for having me. It was so much fun discussing all these snacks with you.
Oh my gosh. Well, if we have to have like a part 2 or like talk about other rankings, like I love this idea of rankings. Please come back and we will rank some more snacks because this was a fun time.
Yes, anytime. I'll be here.
Thank you so much, Erin, for coming. Thank you, listeners, for listening. And I'll see you next time at Snack Time. Bye.
Bye. Hey snack lovers! Thanks for listening to this week's episode of Snack Time Pod with Marno. You can find me, Erin Hocking, on Twitter and Instagram at ehawk. That's at
EHOCKK. See you there. Happy road tripping.